he told his therapist that he was awful at football because he sits there watching to make sure that I'm watching, and that's why his words, sucked at football. And his first year playing football, he didn't get to play that much. And I have a 21-year-old, and I always went to his games, and I always went to his practices. And so I was doing that with him too. And he said he was awful at swim because of the same thing. And so she said, fine, then we're gonna take Christina out of the mix, and she's not gonna go to your practices or your games. And so she told me not to go to his games this last year, and he played all the time. And he was so much better this year. And that, to me, was really eye-opening. And so right before the conference, he had tried kicking me in the face with his cleats. And my friend's husband took the cleats away from him and made him go to his coach and explain to his coach why he wouldn't have cleats anymore. But he had a good football season, but pointed out to people that I never went to his games or his practices. So I had to completely change my whole parenting because it feels so wrong to try to remove myself from those normal mom things. And I couldn't make him lunches. Even at certain times I had to, okay, well, you can make your own meal, because he wouldn't eat what I was fixing. And he would go so far where he passed out because he would refuse to eat or drink. So we had to get creative with that. But eventually he realized that when we figured out that that's what it was, then I was like, well, then we're gonna have to go to the hospital and get an IV for that. So he had kind of stopped doing that when he realized that he couldn't control me that way anymore. Because we actually thought he had epilepsy. So he was getting a lot of attention over it. Because we were worried about a heart condition first, and then we were worried about epilepsy, and he did a whole week stay in the hospital and got to play video games the whole week. And then we realized, no, he's not eating or drinking unless it's junk food. And so after we figured that out, because the doctors kept saying he was dehydrated, then I was like, okay, the next time you pass out, you're going to the hospital and we'll have an IV. Then all of a sudden it didn't happen anymore. So, I don't know, crazy